With a single directional lock at the start, the prey is left with almost no path to escape. As the entire pack closes in together, even other predators struggle to turn away in time. The wild dog is not the strongest, but it rarely acts alone as a scattered individual. That coordinated formation is what makes it one of the most efficient hunting packs in nature, turning the wild dog into a true tactical threat of the savanna. The spotted hyena is one of the toughest rivals on the African savanna. Weighing around 190 pounds, with powerful jaws and strong endurance, it is not only an opportunistic feeder, but a direct competitor to the African wild dog within the same territory. In that open landscape, both sides repeatedly clash over food, space, and control of the hunting rhythm. As the wild dogs finish a chase and gather around the result, silhouettes of hyenas begin to appear along the edge of the low grass. At first, it is only a cautious approach, but as more individuals arrive, the pressure quickly begins to shift. With nearly double the body mass advantage, the hyenas start to assert control. They move closer, step by step, using persistence and collective weight to reduce the distance. But wild dogs rarely give up a meal without a response. The pack activates a coordinated multi-point system, holding space through short, controlled vocal signals. One side relies on strength, the other on speed and tight coordination. With bursts reaching about 45 miles per hour, the wild dogs change direction constantly, applying pressure to any hyena that falls out of sync, then pulling back at the right moment. As a result, the outcome is often decided not by a final overpowering push, but by which side loses rhythm first. For the wild dogs, holding on to a meal also means holding on to a chance for the entire pack to survive. On the African plains, the African wild dog often targets medium-sized antelope. Among them, the impala remains one of the most frequent. Fast, highly agile, and capable of sharp directional changes, the impala can reach about 60 miles per hour in short bursts, enough to disrupt many predators within the first few seconds. For that reason, wild dogs rarely commit to an unplanned chase. They often select individuals that drift from the herd, then activate the coordinated hunting pattern that defines the pack. One group follows from behind, another cuts across the escape route, while the rest maintain pressure to gradually close down the available running space. Despite weighing only around 80 pounds, wild dogs have long legs, large lungs, and strong endurance. They do not need to succeed in the first burst of speed. They succeed by maintaining the pursuit longer than their opponent can sustain. As the impala begins to tire, it still attempts to change direction, move into dense brush, or head toward water for support. But experienced wild dog packs do not rush. They spread out, adjust direction, and even enter the water when required, tightening the rhythm of the chase toward its final stage. The surface breaks, and the margin for escape continues to narrow. It is this strategy of wearing down movement through constant pressure that creates the difference. As a result, wild dogs have become one of the most persistent threats to African antelope. The lion stands as a symbol of power on the African savanna. Weighing around 450 pounds, with strong muscles and forceful advances, it is a presence that most other predators approach with caution. For the African wild dog, this is not only a major rival within the same territory, but also a direct threat to pups and the future of the entire pack. Many encounters begin when wild dogs are hunting in areas patrolled by a male lion. A single, unexpected appearance is enough to disrupt their formation. From that moment, the rhythm of the hunt shifts toward escape. Each foraging effort becomes more cautious. If they detect the scent or silhouette of a nearby lion, wild dogs are ready to abandon their catch to maintain distance, understanding that some opponents cannot be challenged through risk alone. But when it comes to protecting their young or a hard-earned meal, wild dogs respond with controlled pressure. When facing a solitary lioness, or one with cubs, a pack of 20 to 25 individuals may surround from multiple directions. They vocalize, move in, then pull back quickly with speed. Rather than confronting directly, they turn the space around the lion into a constantly shifting maze. The lion is powerful, but it is not built for extended pursuits. Wild dogs recognize that slowing rhythm and apply pressure through endurance and coordinated discipline. The encounter often ends when the lion chooses to withdraw, conserving energy. In the harsh, semi-arid regions, the oryx stands as a symbol of endurance. Weighing around 500 pounds and equipped with straight horns over 5 feet long, it represents a true survivor of the wild. A single well-timed lowering of its head is often enough to make many predators hesitate. Yet, when driven by the need to survive, the African wild dog may still choose such a difficult target. The encounter often begins when a lone oryx moves away from the safety of its group. At first, its composure helps maintain the advantage. It pivots, lowers its head, and responds firmly to any wild dog that moves too close. But that advantage does not last forever. Wild dogs do not confront the horns directly. They spread out, approach from multiple angles, and pull back the moment the oryx turns to respond. As the encounter continues, the oryx's defensive rhythm begins to slow. while the pack gradually gains access to space behind it. The result of such a hunt provides a significant source of energy, enough to sustain the entire pack after a demanding effort. Along river systems, crocodiles are masters of ambush at the boundary between water and land. With one of the strongest bite forces ever recorded among living animals, they turn the river's edge into one of the most dangerous places on the savanna. For wild dogs, that risk often appears when a hunt is pushed close to the water. Prey may rush into the shallows in search of escape, while the pack must decide in an instant whether to maintain pressure or pull back from a high-risk zone. At times, crocodiles are ready to exploit that moment. A mistake can occur when a few wild dogs move too close to the water's edge to drink. In a brief lapse of awareness, the hidden ambusher surges forward with sudden speed, and the most vulnerable individual is held in place. Yet the pack does not abandon one of its own. They send warning signals and attempt to help the individual break free. In those tense seconds, their coordination creates a narrow window of escape. At Africa's water margins, even highly skilled predators can face consequences when their focus slips. As the first light spreads across the Masai Mara, the wild dog's hunt begins again. Ahead of them, a herd of wildebeest moves through rising dust. A single adult can weigh over 600 pounds, large enough to resist being easily overpowered. Against such a target, wild dogs cannot rely on a single burst of speed. They look for an individual out of position, slower, mistiming a turn, or pushed away from the herd's safety. When the opportunity appears, the pack spreads out, maintains distance, and applies pressure from multiple directions in rotation. This rotating pursuit strategy, combined with strong endurance, allows them to reach a hunting success rate of up to around 90% under favorable conditions. But their true strength is not just speed. It lies in discipline within the formation. Victory does not belong only to the fastest, but to the pack that waits for the right moment. In Africa, the warthog appears as a small but resilient animal. An adult can weigh around 250 pounds, and its curved tusks make it a difficult target to approach. Although it often lives in family groups, it maintains a high level of defensive awareness, especially when the young are nearby. For the African wild dog, This is not a hunt that can be resolved by speed alone. The pack must read every opening, every movement, and every moment when the warthog shifts away from a secure position. They do not charge directly, but spread out, approach from multiple sides, then pull back at the right moment to avoid defensive reactions. The encounter builds gradually as the prey changes direction repeatedly, trying to keep distance from the pack. But wild dogs are known for maintaining constant pressure. When one individual falls out of rhythm, the formation closes in, turning coordination into a clear advantage. In the wild, the African wild dog does not dominate through individual strength. It survives through discipline, speed, and coordinated teamwork. Each hunt becomes a lesson in timing, formation, and survival instinct. If you want to follow more journeys into the wild, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Ahead, many remarkable survival patterns are still waiting to be discovered.